Here we are, back in Valheim. I'm a professional wrestler with a wrestler. I'm a professional wrestler with a headlamp on. The branding practically writes itself up. Getting there. Okay, so what did I say I have to do again? I got a fair amount of meat waiting. Sorry, iron bars. My brain is all. Okay. So these largely. There's a necktail, dead. Attacking my desks. Jerks. Salting my workbenches. Alright. I wish I could remember anything from yesterday. I.e., I'm sorry, 2 days ago. I.e., what do I... what's my plan for what's next? Blur right now, to be honest. I think that wall's getting toasted. I have to build a moat. I have to flesh this out. Obviously, I want to make the towers fairly high soon-ish. Probably do a middle tower on these. I'm not sure it's necessary strictly. I want to dig out the front, a few more levels. Only one more big boulder build before I do it. So really the terraforming to make out the first terraced few levels in the main part is important to do currently. I think. What else I think I probably use the stone I have here to raise the castle walls up. That way I have better defenses. And then I can feel a little better about moving in earlier. But I gotta make sure that I do like the wood stairs. I had a pound of venison for dinner, and I am lethargic. Alright. I think I will move stone in a cart full to each respective corner and build the towers up high and make sure that my externals. Where the heck is the cart? All the things are loose. He's upset. Yeah, seriously. Hey, pal. Where did my car? Where'd my wagon go? What a random thing. Where would that? If I was a cart from 2 days ago, where would I be? There's pretty limited places it can go to. It's a notoriously fucking troublesome beast. Yeah, I'm not playing with Hitman. I can't press control randomly. Oh, there it is. Anything in here? No. This bad boy around. I guess I'll do, just because I'm in such a chill mood, I could do a little farming session. Let's do that. Still lots of little tweaks to go for sure. Cut up shallots and garlic and ginger. I put half of the ginger and all of the garlic into, excuse me, plant carrots into, I put half of the ginger and garlic, half of the ginger and all of the garlic, which is 3 medium to small cloves, to a bowl with the ground venison, the sesame oil, and soy sauce. I mixed that by hand, and I left that to hold itself, and I cut up carrots, red peppers, mushrooms, that I sauteed the shallots in oil, then added the ginger, and then this time I added the carrots, red peppers, mushrooms first to the mix, tossed that around for a few minutes, and then after that added all the ground meat. And I'm not sure if that's necessarily the best way to do it. I think putting the meat in first, and once it kind of like starts to have color to it, the opposite. There's some parts of it that are like, okay, I hope this is cooking. Carrots. At least the carrots were like well cooked this time and like pleasantly soft. What was that? Overall, pretty good. The meal, having like a meal where you have that much ground red meat is a big, nourishing meal whenever you have it, but it is truly work to eat. Like you're slowing down by about halfway through. You're kind of forcing yourself to have it. So it's like not always the best thing for your digestion, or something to do regularly to really force yourself to eat. But once in a while, like once a week or something like that, nutritive meal, like kind of around, like, see if it'll help me. Okay, let's bring the card up. On the water, please. Thank you. Let's fill this bad boy with the box. No room in inventory, no. Two more, because why not? Empty out the inventory a little bit. Okay, eats. Hides. Eats again. Blind. Alright, where do we go? Bam. Bonk. Yeah, I'll do the towers first. Do that. Leave those piles. Go. Back to the game of jumping, which I love so much. Building all. all like this? They all kind of overlap a little bit? Is that how it always works? Or is this just me being rusty? Right? Oh, I see. They're all like a little bit wider. Area's position to be in. Slowly backing it up. Okay. Don't look messed up, only probably in isolation. Weird me out. It's like little different behaviors with all of them. And the subsequent question is, how high do I make this? Sometimes there's games that are like... I'm listening to a podcast right now by guys whose channel is called Resonant Arc. I'm gonna get back up here. I'm listening right now to a podcast by a guy whose channel is called Resonant Arc, who do like long breakdowns, kind of like book club style, of usually old school art. They're great. I think they're really good. Well, I enjoy it a lot. And they're kind of talking about how, like, things that seem really dated on one system, like with the passage of time, eventually the system that you didn't think was so dated would feel dated as well. Kind of talking about, like, NES versus Super Nintendo. And maybe kind of think how there are some things that I wouldn't mind streaming just for, like, my experience of, like, playing a game that I really liked as a kid. That would be, like, there's so many things that you remember as being a certain way, because you always remember how the way things look in your head, like with your imagination being part of it, then IRL is like so much more. There's games that are like legit DOS games that I remember playing as a kid, but like how fun would that be? Not really. Al Qadim, the Genie's Curse, too hard for me to play as a kid. I had to play it in like my 20s. This game's awesome. There's even games that are like, there's even games that in my head, I know they existed, but they're kind of like the way that cartoons were. That cartoon that you would like see on television. And there's like no proof, there's no way for you to ever find it. It's just like, there's just images in your head. It's trippy, man. There's like, I remember distinctly like some day as a little kid, watching like it was like near Easter. I remember we stopped like somewhere in the country, looked at sheep, and it was like one of the first times I'd ever seen sheep. I was so young, like 5 or 6, and then go home and watch some like claymation, like stop motion, kind of like spooky cartoon on television. That was like it's like one of those things where like just things come together where you just remember it forever. But like I know at some level that I will never ever see that again. And like if I did, I think I'd probably cry. There's also like other things like old corny movies that just like make an impression on you. You're like a little kid. Like images are like extra. Okay, so if I'm gonna put the walls up to, let's say 4. Gotta get more stone already. Jesus Christ, it's take forever. Okay, let's say the walls go to... hypothetically speaking. That's pretty good. I'd be happy with that. But that means the tower has to be... like how much taller? A little bit taller, like at least one more round, right? Otherwise this won't look good. I remember watching like take some careful stepping to do this right now. Something I noticed, I remember there's a girl I was dating and her dad was like, this is one of my favorite books ever. And it's like, the book is like one of the most 80s concepts ever. He's like he works like a steel mill. He's like, they're from like a salt of the earth kind of town. He's like a guy who like has a few drinks and likes to swear and embarrass his kids, you know, like proper fucking dude. And what am I talking about? The book he liked, it was like something, The Way of the Ninja. And it's like the most classic 80s concept ever, which is like a white guy who's an awesome ninja. And the book was funny because like I was dating his daughter and the book he gave me has like sex scenes where like the guy is like part of the sex scene, like putting his finger like in the, like curling his middle finger like into the girl's bum, etc. It's like such a weird thing to read in a book that your girlfriend's dad. It's the funniest thing ever. But I remember like being a kid and there's like some thing on TV, it was like some ninja like out in the fucking woods fighting just like no-name jabroni soldiers. He's like popping out of like the stream, shooting them with blow darts. Like, ugh! And he's like falling into the stream a second. It's like, this is so awesome. Okay, here's why I fall and die, right? How am I gonna get back here? 6.7 is pretty. Is there any more stone here? Alright. It's just those kind of things. There's like things you see as a kid. They're like indelibly, for whatever reason, you never know what things are going to be indelibly burned. Then they are. Like you're like, oh, I'll never find that thing again. It's like just a made up image in my head, basically. It's just crazy. How many honey on me? Inconvenient. Okay, pound up the hill, big guy. Come on. Come on. Come on. You're strong. You're a man. There you go. Okay, so I'm not gonna be able to get much with this stone. The grind continues. I was supposed to fill the cart, right? And bring the cart around like a fucking food vendor. That was close. I mean, there's no reason not to. A little bit here. It's easy, I guess. One thing that's funny about the cart is how you can still do everything. The cart is like my annoying little brother who I need, but I will like bitch about constantly. I think going this way is a mistake because if this falls down, it's gonna be really hard to climb back up. Take the stairs. It's so funny that you can like fight with the cart strapped to you, or like I just like went and repaired my gear with this like stupid thing strapped around me. I just think it's so funny. Puff, 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 puff. I'm gonna get there. There's that last top thing around. Fall in the water, thank you. Got mistake written all over it. This is doable though. Right? Oh! Alright, fuck you, game. I have a harder time jumping in this game than I do in like Super Mario World, or one of those games that are like, Nintendo always cared about the feel of the jumping, but they just hate the feel of the jumping. Okay. Please get up. So that's how this is gonna go, motherfucker? Same things. It's now dark. I don't think I can get that. Okay, I didn't know where my health was. Whatever. I don't need my skill points, it doesn't matter. What a way. That fade out is like, you're a dumbass. Just go to sleep, shamefully. Sleeping naked and afraid. Alas. Zoom in. You woke up before nightfall ended. Never happened. You never like still feel cold in the morning. Ever. Why would you not just give me everything? Everything's fine. Athletes. We're fit, we're intelligent, we're very mobile. Can't do it. The jumping, it's too hard. Too hard. What do I do then? It's the same. The little platform here. There's a little platform there, so it's a little easier to win. See? Easy. It was never hard. Oh. Okay, so 2x1 blocks. Switch it on a little bit. What's down there? Twinkling away? No, never mind. So I'm gonna do the castles. I'm gonna do the towers first, right? Was I gonna do one more? I think I was gonna do one more. We're already up here. Okay, one complication is that this one will probably be a little bit taller than the other one, because I believe this one's starting from lower ground. Any mistakes? Any abominations? Any shit blocks? No. Okay. Excuse me. That block back. Pardon me, sir. I'd like to get out. Thank you. It's all Super Mario World all over again. There. Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12. So these are blue. These are reddish. Does that mean you can't go any higher than that? Like, why is that more red than is like on a higher group or something? The stone can only go up so high. This looks like shit. Alright, so that's fine for now. And to bring my beast of burden over this way. I have to eyeball these little fangs a little bit to make sure. Okay. I'll start this joke over process again. Alright. I think if I was smarter, I'd find a way to get that, make sure the stone was close. There's a farmer's market near here. That's like not by any means essential. But like it has some stuff that's pretty cool. Interior BC mushroom farms and like family owned, like family business fishing companies with like freezers full of like incredibly good salmon. But like Sunday morning is rarely good for me because the only real schedule I have is what days I go to the gym. And if I like the gym is 40 minutes in one direction, and the farmers market is like 20 minutes in the other. There's just absolutely no way I'm doing that at the same time. And most weeks, it does not end up that Sunday happens to be a rest day. Okay, Wednesday, Thursday. It won't be this week. It won't be this week either. It would have been this. I would have had a rest day this Sunday if I didn't take today off. But I took today off as an additional day just because yesterday was an escape of like 2+ hours of biking, fucking cold, and like an entire day out of the house. It just sucked. It's like it didn't actually feel like a rest day. So I would have done that, but like they have like a really cool dude. It's like a really pleasant dude. They have like those like cardboard, composite paper type pint boxes that like raspberries and everything come in. They're supposed to be like the coolest, biggest mushrooms you've ever seen in your life. Like here's like $10 or something like that for an entire thing of lion's mane mushrooms. Like, yeah, sick. All these like cool things that are supposed to be they're supposed to be like so good for you. Buddy, I'll take that. Or like salmon. You can like the thing I bought that I really liked, as I think I mentioned before, was like the salmon belly trim. And you get it for a pretty good price compared to like what the average price of salmon is. If you use that, use the salmon belly trim, it's as like you're making some sort of like stir fry style thing. Dude, it's unreal. It's like butter in your mouth. It melts. You can't make a tartare out of it. That's what I learned. It was so bad. It's like chewy, and there's too many of these like kind of like silvery kind of like gut pieces to it. So that was pretty bad. But like to cook with it, actually, if you're doing it with like a rice dish or something like that, the ginger, garlic, red peppers, whatever, so good. Yeah, just like ginger, garlic, or like shallots, ginger, red pepper, maybe one other vegetable, like broccolini or something. Lately I've been buying broccolini instead of normal broccoli for dishes where it's like a stir-fry dish. And then use broccoli if you want to just have like a side of roasted broccoli. Broccoli is so good. It's like actually kind of sweet. And for like $5, you get like probably 2 portions out of it for one person. Good, man. So I'd like to get them more often. There's no way I'm doing that much walking. I haven't really gotten the habit of biking yet. Like I biked a lot yesterday, but I didn't really want to do it. I was like, such a... I wonder how much more time I'll be... I think probably realistically another 40+ hours, realistically. 6, 8, 9. I'll have to judge how tall it is compared to the previous. Oh, I'm outside the wall. I don't remember if I mentioned this the other day, but I think I did actually. Just like how blown away I am rereading the Dance of Dragons. Everything we like know of what happens. I did mention. I'm just like fucking sick that I'm just gonna be like years more until I learn more about this. Okay, I'm not sick. Let's relax here a little. But it's just like, man, like I'm going through this for like the 3rd time in 10 years. And like I know all these characters, I know what's happening. Look. And it's still gonna be like no follow-up on so much of it. Alright, Georgie, you win this round. Alright, Georgie boy, you win this round. And the Quentin Martell chapters to be incredibly rare. Almost like why are these here? Like within 2 chapters, he's already like back to being a third-person character who Daenerys just like talks about being like, this guy's got a shot. Like, why do you? It's just weird that I get it's like kind of like explaining Doran Martell's like large plans, etc. That looks like 1 higher, right? But like, for something to happen like that just doesn't bear fruit, I guess to some degree it's on point for the series. Oh, have like things that you can't trust that things won't be snuffed out. By the stone cutter? Or from over here? Getting dicey. I think it's fine. Oh, and I'm at a stone. So close. How's that health looking? A little low. I need some deer meat so I can survive this fall. But barely took damage there. Nice. That was actually probably more. I'm not showing it. Oh, there it is. You can see the red numbers. Okay, how am I gonna get there? I gotta do this whole song and dance again. Most tense jumping on the planet. Please let me up. Oh god, don't fall in. Alright. Alright. Are these two the same? How am I gonna figure this out? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12. Is it both 12? Let's just say they start at the same level. We're doing. Alright. So now we take our... Well, we don't have enough stone. Why does this look so weird? Looks like it's like thrusting into like a sheath of stone. What's going into that one? That's what... Okay. So what do we have left? 84. I think there's more at the base. Sprint up the hill. Eagle. Bring around this corner. Somehow miraculously make it. I don't think I'd be able to make that if I was heavier. I think it probably, how heavy the card is probably to some degree affects the physics. Okay, so I officially do not have enough to make 2 more towers. Great. Wonderful. Great. Happy to hear it. One of these days I'll upgrade my full set. You know what? I've been saying that for a while. Why not now? Okay, what can still be upgraded? 10, 20, 30 for that. 40 for that plus ancient bark. Wood, iron, so much for the sword. Holy shit. Okay. How many leather scraps is that? 10, I guess. Got some wood. 2 pieces of ancient bark, was it not? And then just all the iron. Come on, big guy. Get over there. You can do it. Okay, so do not make a new one by accident. Okay. Iron scale mail. Upgrade. Good job. Iron greaves. Upgrade. Good job. Iron helmet. Upgrade. Good job. Iron buckler. Upgrade. Iron sword. 30 iron. Holy cow. The iron sword's at max quality. So 4 is the max quality. Alright, so max these bitches out. Iron cord upgrade, right? Iron scale mail. Greaves. Got the premium set. Feels great. Until we get more forged pieces, of course. How much for the iron buckler? That's already finished? Okay. Okay, cool. That wasn't so bad. I was kind of considering maybe another weapon, a battle axe or something, but I just don't think it's worth it. The huntsman bow I want to make. 10 wood, 10 feathers, 2 deer. Oh, I'm still up, right? Where's the feathers? They in guts. Yeah, they are. Okay, so can I currently make... It's in bow. I forgot to kill the iron edge. Okay. Those... Make a huntsman. There's no other bows, correct? Okay. Already stronger than this. Just fine wood. Okay, put the fine wood bow away. Sweet. Okay, cool. Feels good, man. Wait, what did I just put in the... Just black out? What happened there? Did I not? What just happened? For one, I'd like to have one of these. Fine wood bow. I put in there, right? I also need arrows. Okay, we're all fine, right? No other... I'm blanking on anything else? Alright. Well, it's almost nightfall. Okay, these towers are coming from the same height because these blocks are the same height. Well, the problem is going to be the one in the far, what's that, the southwest corner. Alright, let's take this blemish off the map. Okay, so this one is going to be the same as well. This is all... So this one's all kosher. Come on, jump. Look at that stamina go up. Oh, yeah. Okay. The problem is going to be, what is the height of this one? Please. Greater Shaman over there. Look at this. Okay, so this one is going to need to be 10 to be the same height as the other one. Is that not correct? I'm stuck on the outside. So this one starts one big block higher. Okay. But then, at the same time, this looks even with that. No, it's just, yeah, it's one block higher. Because this one only starts here. Right? Yeah, okay. So that one will be 10, the other two will be, the other three will be 12. Got it. That time. And then, unfortunately, there'll be even more boulders to be mined. We go on our merry way. Oh. How many more carby meals? I don't, to some degree, I don't really need. But I am just ridiculously low on everything. Where am I going? I think I've got all the stone I have on me. Next more health potions soon. Cool. This is all my stone. Should be able to make one more tower, or at least most of it. Come on, get out there, big guy. Where'd that come from? Can I make one more from here? What I will do... Can I place one on top of here? We'll do that. That's the point I'll end on, and then pick up those last bit of stone. That's actually kind of a funny way to do it. To put lines here of stone, then pick them up each time just as you get there. Good morning, Nex. Moving them up feels better than moving them down, honestly. That. Too far and then tuck it in. That way you don't have the same kind of self-doubt whether the next piece is intersecting. Do that. Save that piece, I guess. I think I've heard multiple stories lately to do with men knitting. One was like someone who I knew, or someone like someone who's it's some content creator, someone in like some League of Legends commentator or something. I feel like I heard someone who's like, yeah, he brought his knitting to dinner or somewhere. I think it was a guy. And also, like, I've got an uncle or great uncle, some distant cousin in his 80s. It's typically fucking manly ass dude, the kind of guy who asks you what you're driving every time you see him, your entire life, your entire adult life, what you're driving. And who drove like trucks on like potato harvests his entire life. Now he's just kind of like chilling. And Now he's like classic like I'm not saying this is a bad thing at all. But like that kind of like classic softening of men as they get older. Or suddenly now at this point he's like sitting on a chair watching television and like knitting socks for his like great grandchildren. Still, whereas before he was like the working man, you know? That's something I always found really funny. One of the main times I started noticing that is how much like once you have kids and start to like get in touch with your feelings or whatever, all that like insecurity kind of goes away. I noticed it when I noticed when I had a cat. I didn't necessarily try to get a cat, I just got one. Like she just kind of like lived, she was like 5 months old and like lived in another house down the street and it wasn't working for her and she basically just like bullied her way into my life. I love that cat, she's great. What was I saying? But I would notice, like, we walk down the street with, like, my cat, like, in the crate, come back from the vet or something. Like, some, like, man in his 50s would just lean over and be like, oh, look at you in your crate, or something. Being, like, acting in a way that you would never expect, like, a man to act around another man, you know what I mean? But a lot of that is, like, how much you, like, chill out when you're older, and how much, like, also talking to people with who are different ages to you, like, totally affects between men how you interact with each other. Like, if I'm walking down, like, a path in the woods, doing, like, a trail walk or something, if I see someone, like, in their 50s, I'll, like, smile and wave, or, like, I'll smile and, like, acknowledge each other, and, like, everyone's friendly, and it's kind of, like, a relief to them to have someone who's, like, a normal adult male be friendly. But, like, if it's a guy who's, like, a teenager, they're just, like, so bottled up, and, like, they're not nice, and they're sort of, like, they're too insecure to, like, be open a lot of times, you know what I mean? They're just like, oh, hey. Or, like, don't want to show any, like, weakness or whatever it is. And then guys, yeah, I don't know. Like, guys who are, like, actual adults the same age as me are the same way, where it's, like, to some degree some sort of competition where, like, whoever is nicer is, like, perceived as being weaker. Like, some guys really think that. Like, they really do. Fuck up. It's just like it's the ways that like I'm sure to some degree there's some sort of equivalence for girls. Like there must be some equivalence for girls in some ways. But can you? I do notice that with guys a lot. This boar is a fucking monster. Is that the more that someone's similar to you in like whatever their age range is, the more that it's like some sort of like contest or like there's insecurity there. We're going rock hunting. I have a boulder on the map, but I think I've already cleared that boulder. Running. I got my first YouTube subscriber a couple days ago. And then I looked at my notifications this morning and there was a notification of someone commenting on a video. And they were like a fully Japanese name on like chapter like 27 of Octopath Traveler or something, being like, these are a great playthrough. I've watched every single one of them. I was like, oh, that's so nice. But then I went to the video and the comment was deleted. And I was like, did they delete it because I didn't get back to them soon enough? Because I was like, it was 2 days earlier, or like was it deleted for some other reason? And I was like, oh man, I wish I could find that person and say something. Oh. Fucko. I was like, wait, come back. I wanted to be your buddy. Wait, don't go. Okay, let's go boulder hunting. Is that a boulder? Yeah, it's a boulder, right? It's just a little guy. Black Forest, every single time, giving me Divinity Original Sin vibes. I think it's because the cello. With the green natural environments in the cello. I think that the Baldur's Gate, like, social media, the, like, general promotions and advertisements of the game are kind of weak. I think they're trying to appeal to a crowd that is like outside of the typical fantasy one, and they'll be doing these like tabloid style newspaper things and being like, watch out for flying bears in your area or something. I don't think it's very good. I don't necessarily think it's like capturing the essence of the game to some degree, and I hope the game will be good, and I'm pretty confident it will be, and I'm pretty confident the battle will be extremely fun and have immense replay value, but I don't think they're doing a good job with the end. Even the panels from hell, like, in no way get me hyped about the game. It's kind of similar to Darkest Dungeon 2, in that I'm like, great, this all sounds awesome, just get me the like 1.0 release game so I can play it. I also saw in like game news this past week that the guy who made XCOM 1 and 2, like the new update ones, like left Fire Axis. That's such a bummer, I think. I don't know, I assume he's like a critical part of those games. Those XCOM games are so fun, man. I can't believe they never made a 3. Like 2 was what, like 6-7 years ago? Maybe they thought they ran out of ideas or something, but that was like just the most fun game in history. XCOM games are never perfectly balanced. Like they're always like classically too hard in the beginning, too easy at the end. And some of the classes, like especially the Ranger, like with like that close-up burst damage they have, and like the sword stuff in XCOM 2, they're so insanely busted. And I found actually in the last time I played the game, which is like probably early mid-pandemic, like 2020 or 2021, I played XCOM 2 War of the Chosen again, and I was like, these snipers suck ass. Like there's so many circumstances in which like the snipers, like the specificity of their positioning requirements is like makes them kind of weak, honestly. Like they're just out of line of sight for the fight, the whole thing. Whereas the Rangers like running around, killing everything in one shot. Every map of the game, they're getting stronger and stronger. And the sniper's like, wait for me, guys. I'm in the back. I'm climbing on top of a fire escape currently. And then in about 2 turns, I should be able to stop. And then position. And then the turn after that, I should be able to fire. The Ranger's like, I just killed 7 guys. And I've got some time to go get the next one. So, catch up, boy. I did find that, like, some of the classes got a little crazy in comparison to others. So fun, though. Like, getting attached to your guys and, like, accelerating over the course of the game. And, like, just the emotional roller coaster of how hard it is and to how easy it is later. God, it's sick. Those are such fun games. Ooh, blueberries. Pistols. Spicy little music here. Don't need turnips. You can keep that. This is apparently something that's kind of good to have because you can really use sausages for a lot of the game. Boulder hunting or boulder hunt. Ooh, blueberries. Oh. Who asked you? Oh, what the fuck? I probably had no food in me at all. I was also naked with a sword in my hand. They're gonna break my cart. Oh, my cart. Just showing no respect to that Grey Dwarf Brute. Also, running toward that nest was like not something I really needed to do there at all. Oh, my body. And it's close to the nest, so they're gonna be there just being douches when I get there. Alright, here we go. Walk of shame. Well, my turnips are healthy. Oh, I ran out of stamina before I got there. Stamina is the worst thing ever. I hate it. Remember when I was like doing all the swamp runs for the crypts and the island, etc. even though I would be wet constantly from like the unending rain, I would still waste stamina leaping over all the little river pits. I guess sometimes it would save you a little bit of time because you'd be slowed down if you went through like ankle light water or whatever. But a lot of times I was just doing it to like force of habit. 2 deaths today. 1 from critters, 1 from falling. Classic. If I was a real warrior, I would use a branch and a stone to fashion a crude tomahawk to fight these critters. But spam running around, etc. Like boulder. Dude's right there. Oh, my cart. Shame. Oh! What am I doing? Can I stop? Really having positioning problems, aren't they? Oh. I'm taking out your whole fucking tribe. Assholes. Okay, where's my stuff? Bronze nails. Buke parries. Painstaking process. What's happening? Oh yeah. Correct, yeah. Got a little turned up here. Stone here, got it. Alright, what's all this? Stone there. Anything else? What about this crap? Lion, sure. What do I drop there? Did I accidentally pick up the Buke parries again? I can get rid of 1 leather scrap. All this. Resin. A little more wood in there. Then back to that boulder I saw. Actually, let's check the boulder that's on it. Come on. Come on, fellas, you can do it. Let's check the boulder that's on the map over here, which I suspect is... I suspect this is an X boulder. Got a dungeon up there, despite probably never needing a dungeon ever again. Look at that. That's strength. Being out here this time. Probably ill-advised, because it's gonna be so annoying to get back. Is there any point in like creating my the boulder here? There is, right? There's no boulder directly on the marker. There is one nearby. Ooh, blueberries. Where is it? Alright, here we go. Fuck you. Take a little break here. Some stamina back. I remember one time this is kind of back on the topic of like how guys interact when they don't know each other, and like some people's kind of like threat warning versus like showing like the vulnerability needs to like be friendly with someone. I remember one time I was taking an elevator. I was working a job where I had to do I was dropping off a delivery in some condo building. And there's a guy with me. He was like pretty like heavy jawed and like pretty like generally kind of like jockish. And like just sitting, the two of us just in the elevator together. He was just like checking his phone or whatever, and it's like however many floors up. And just for whatever reason, this is one of the time where I decided to like just say something with the weather or something. And the like look on his face as he was like, whatever. He's like, whatever his look was and his expression, the way he took it, was instantly like completely like scornful that I was like making small talk in the elevator. As like he thought he couldn't have done anything that he like thought less of in that. And it was like, to this day, I remember it distinctly as being like the most like cynical reaction. Yeah, one dandelion and one meat is doing its job here. Neither of those bone fragments, to be fair. I was like, to this day, it's like the most quintessentially cynical reaction to like people talking to each other I've ever seen. Okay, this is gonna get real shitty real fast. Fortunately, it's not a very big boulder. Where are the haunting, ghoulish eyes coming from? More rock that I'm missing? Really? I guess I'll take out a couple more boulders. It's like a tree branch move. I was like, oh, it's a troll! It's a troll and I have no stamina. Shit. Oh, Jesus. Get out of here. Alright, cart in hand. Shit. I'm not letting this guy chase me the whole time. Got a big sword now, dude. Another one. You want some of this too? Bucko? They're all throwing rocks at me. I watched a real throwback stream today on YouTube when I was eating breakfast, which is Dr. Disrespect playing a solo game of PUBG on like the original map, whatever the fuck that one's called. I've played like hundreds of hours of PUBG. I don't remember what that map's called. Remember Sandhawk? Remember Miramar? What's the main one called? I can't even remember. Anyway, great game. And still, I think they like fucked up their peak with like netcode and like rubber banding, etc. I think they really fucked up their peak. And like, in many ways in terms of the game's ceiling, it was never going to compete with a more accessible kiddie game like Fortnite. Just never going to do it in North America as well, because we're all children. And the Fortnite peak was crazy. The Fortnite peak was legit crazy because like I remember I started watching Twitch in like 2012, 2013. And like I played just because I played League of Legends, and I would look on Twitch and look at games by category, and there was like a, I don't know, I wouldn't say there's like a smugness to it, but there was like some there was this interesting kind of security. Be like, League of Legends is never not number one in these rankings of like games by platform. Like, it was crazy like what its peak used to be. And then Fortnite, well no, Overwatch, I think Overwatch came first, and then Fortnite were the first games. Overwatch didn't last, but those were like the first two games where it was like, oh shit. Okay, how much room do I have left in this thing? Got enough. These are the first two games where I was like, wow, like this is challenging. And then Fortnite was like I think, for a while. Fortnite's still, look at this guy. What are you doing? Look at this guy. Who is this? Is this Sonic the Hedgehog? What's I talking about here? Oh yeah. Well, like, yeah, PUBG had like a good run when it did, but like it was never gonna be able to compete with Fortnite for like mass appeal, just because most people could play Fortnite. But PUBG to this day, I have not played the new Warzone, but I played some of Black Ops, like Battle Royale mode, and I played Fortnite to some degree, and I played a decent amount of Apex. And despite all those games having a lot of like faster gameplay and a lot of like pace and tempo things, which would make it like more appealing for most people than PUBG. PUBG's like gun control and like how exciting it was near the end is still like sick, man. Like, that game at its best was really, really, really fun, really satisfying. It was just like too much on the side of the scale of realism and like sensible game mechanics as opposed to like intuitive or fun game mechanics, if you know what I mean. Like, those other games are like, hey, maybe you don't want to loot that much, maybe you don't want to spend this much time running, maybe you don't want to spend 20 minutes. Maybe you don't want to spend 20 minutes looting just in order to die to a fucking Car 98 shot. Narnia. Yeah, I don't know. The things that it was like kind of the test subject for a lot of other games, but it's still sick. It also got to the point when I was playing it in like 2020, 2021, whereas like the only people who still play this are like fucking animals. Like, everyone who still played was so good. There was less just like scrubs to wreck all the time, like there was when it was like the flavor of the month game that like hundreds of thousands of people played. There's always a flavor of the month game. I can't say I really know what like the flavor of the month multiplayer games are now. I don't know if they come out as often anymore, if where the things are more entrenched, but there's a long time. There's like a pretty chunky period where that was like always the case. What is really clobbering my inventory? It's like so annoying. Inventory just clogged with buke parries and fucking skull fragments. All these things I'll never use. Gotta get home. Like a PUBG sniper shot is like still extremely satisfying to shoot someone. Hearing a Car 98 from like meters away or shooting a Car 98. It's like a fat spray of like M4s with like a compensator. It's good, man. Hold an all-nighter. Guess I'm filling the cart then. These guys beating my cart? What's going on over there? Okay. It's time to find some more rocks. Some. I'm big guy. There's another one right here. Something. Hope I can get all this one under space. Luckily I didn't put my other bronze. Luckily I didn't put my other pickaxe away. I wonder how differently people's like Black Forest adventures would go if you couldn't hear the troll as far away as you could. We were playing like, it's so funny to be playing with no volume because you're like at your parents' house or something like that, like hiding, trying to play Valheim into the night, and just like you're just a dude in bronze gear or like troll hides or whatever. Like a troll with a tree just comes over the edge and just like destroys you with one shot. Okay, we've been over this. Stop sprinting when you're trying to save up stamina. It's gonna be fun to get into the mountains. It should be soon. Once I get the base kind of like done up, I'll make sure Trevor and I can make up for not beating Bone Mass when we first played this game. Not that we ever tried, we just like stopped playing. Take Bone Mass out, little trip down memory lane, and then onto the mountains. Also, like, wondering what to name my castle. Something to do with oaks. Or the like bay and the water it's on, or the stream that runs through it. Something to do with those three things will be like the primary drivers of what I call that base. Son, bitch. Get the big chop. Oh, it didn't even kill him. What makes it so they're... What makes it so now is the time? Ooh, those guys took the double. That's humiliating. It's crazy. This does like half the damage of the iron pickaxe. Feels like, at least. Like, maybe it's just the gray numbers baiting me instead of the white numbers. See how our stockpiles are doing. Two and three. Ooh, blueberries. Okay, I'm kind of like chopping up chump change at this point. It wouldn't be bad to scout another boulder. I probably should go to start. I should probably start going east at this point. I'm sorry, I kind of plumbed these depths a fair amount. There's my cat. Alright, so we're full. Lovely. Let's take this fat boy on the direction home. Yeah, more bukeberries. Sick of you. Get out of my image. Alright, come on, Chubby, let's go. Come on, big fella. Down the hill. This thing could just shove me down the hill. That vertebrae form. Proud of him. This thing is just guiding me down. Whee! Come on, man, free stone. Come on. Yeah, there it is. Oh, give me the free stone. Come on. Come on. Get it? There's a boulder here. Keep the gravy train rolling. Okay, we're close to full. We just have our bags to fill up. And I feel like fucking Tom Bombadil out here. Just running along, gathering things. Happily being on my way, you know? Without, like, being rushed. Just a man of the forest. Trunking along. Can you just pick up these rocks? Why is this so difficult? Keeping my eye out for boulders. Not a care in the world. Just me and my cart and my pickaxe. La la la. Come on, big guy. You can do it. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Come on, big guy. This is also 4 stone? 9 stone. Be homeward bound. This way, right? Ooh, free rocks. Good job. Where we at? Be close. Don't get it twisted, there's rock everywhere. Okay, here we are. Something I'll notice that kind of like small audience streamers will often do is be hoping for an audience for like a newish game, but we kind of be behind the times a little bit. Or like, people who are like halfway done like Hogwarts Legacy like at this point or something, you know what I mean? And it's something that like 100% XQC understands, I've noticed. And I think to some degree, like something like a Co-Carnage as well, is like you got to get in there. You got to get in there immediately, and you got to get through that thing fast. You want to like keep audience for. Okay, I'm full. Do one more stone. Is like if you want like to maximize the audience for like new, fresh games. Yeah, you gotta be, like, when it came to, like, Elden Ring or Hogwarts or something, XQC would be done that game in, like, 2 days. Like, 48 hours, 2 days. It's smart. That's, like, the way you have to do it. You want to be if you want to be one of the people. Unless, like, circumstances arise where I don't. I'm gonna kind of keep that philosophy a little bit for, like, the games I like to play this year, being like, the Baldur's Gate 3, The Darkest Dungeon, and I guess to some degree Starfield. Starfield will be a little bit different because it's gonna take people so long to play. That's not like a campaign game; it's like a full playthrough. So those are 3 games this year. I'd probably like to get a new PC before, but we'll see. Something I read about lately, and like, I don't know, I've seen things like I forget what site I was reading. I think it's like Rock Paper Shotgun or PC Gamer, being like, why are PC ports so garbage so often? And it's sort of weird that like. It's actually a pretty big chunk of like the biggest games either are the biggest games because they're on console, or are the biggest games that happen to be on console, or play better on console, or come out on console first. So for like a game like Elden Ring, I think that's like primarily a console experience in some ways. Like I think the PC port is worse. I think there's some other games that like came out recently that were like that too, where like the PC port is worse in a lot of ways. Final Fantasy 7 comes out later. God of War comes out like years later. It's funny how like PS5 is essentially like the Vanguard system, let's say, for like getting the best experience of a game for a good chunk of games. It's interesting. PC market is like, maybe because consoles are, I don't know, I'm not sure what the reason would be, but console market is like, it's kind of shit on in a lot of ways. Like with what costs are like, for it to not unequivocally be the best experience is like, that's so fucking... I got like just a mother load of stone there. My turnips are ready. Maybe. Oh, wait, I'm staying here to do this, right? Okay, I'm gonna repair my shit. I never had my pants on the whole time. Living the dream. Alright, which of this garbage should I put away? So resin, blueberries, Bitholv, Grey Dwarf Eye. Stack of wood. Put that and put the resin's gonna have to have his own chest at some point. Though you'll never need that much. Okay, I'm gonna throw a chunk of wood in here whilst I've done this. I just used like 120 iron too, so to be conscientious that I want to keep the smelting going. Killing me. Take that. I'm starting to notice after like a few months of like the 8 to 11 p.m. like game playing stint that I feel like generally my eyes are like more dry typically than they were when I lived like a better lifestyle. Like a little more like puffy, like it's more like noticeable bags under them. I feel like in my head that's happening. These turnips take so long, it takes so little time to. This bad boy out of the way so I can do my speed planting. Stamina up. And seed turnips, here we go. It's like he looks like he's curling. Hard! Bit of turnips gone. Hard! Turnip here still. The deuce? Oh, hard! Hard! My carrots ready? Come here. Fucking inventory's full. The nightmare never ends. There's a carrot patch. Hard! Speed it up. Alright, looking great. Pick up my raspberries. Alright, perfect. So, drop all my stuff for the 4th time. Get everything? I have no carrots. I'm like constantly multiplying carrots without actually having carrots. Just I guess eventually I can just do double things of seeds, and that'll ultimately function to be good. But I'm not getting a whole lot of work done on the. Okay, I'm gonna put gonna fill these with coal just to give myself joy in my life. The rest goes in the machine. Do you have iron in you? This one's got 3. This one's got 0. Okay. Perfect. Fill those bad boys up. Wonder what I need to melt that scrap of black iron. Hey, can you get in there, please? Alright, come on, big guy. Get over there. Get your waddling ass over. There we go. Okay, so I can maybe get a little bit of this. It's constantly just like chiefed for energy. Come on, get up there. No! That's how I die again. Actually, such an easy jump, too. Look at this, I was 1 short. Dark. Can I hold the torch at the same time? Tough crowd. This is so much by night. Hope my smaller ship is okay out there. Never really check on it. With this. We're getting to the point where, like, outside of like a random gray dwarf or like boar once in a while, not the boars, but like outside of like a random gray dwarf, we're pretty impregnable at this point. Because that's how it feels. Came out of stone, and that means it's bedtime. Whee! Oh, this guy has like osteoporosis in his knees at this point. Balls. Right? I keep like hedging that I won't need this much longer, but I just know for sure it's gonna be like several more days before I get to the tower. Like, I think the rust tonight is getting the towers up to full capacity, clearing out the southern wall castle area. I need some water. Right back. One of these days, that shadow of myself on the wall as I walk over here at night when the lights are on in the living room, it's gonna like betray me, like, I don't know, doing something compromising to myself. I still have the chest piece on. Stop. Okay, I need foodies. I forgot about my my flashlight helm all these times. Okay, what do we got here? Some honey going on. One. It's a blueberry. Alright. Onward to victory. I need this wood for ladders. Sorry, pal. Bring my best friend the cart along with me. Ugh, it's so heavy. Yeah. 3 stacks of heaven, baby. Oh boy, here we go. Here comes the fucking death trap. Unless I find some sort of like cover. Yeah, that's fine, right? Just walk up like a human being. I go up from. Oh, don't go. I'm so scared. The little hop is very distinct. Oh god, that's Jesus Christ, man. It's like an ice level. Something I wonder is how I will integrate later things like the black marble, etc. As I get there to the base. I actually have no idea. But it won't be like huge, enormous changes. I suspect. I don't think I'll ever do like a serious teardown just because. It's probably just put up like, you know, I'll probably just put up shingles and like stud the base. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on. And then I'll probably like just stud the castle, the walls with the black iron in some places. But I think most of the fundamentals you get the iron. But we'll find out. I'm gonna have to learn. I try not to have spoilers in this game. I've actually been pretty good with how much content I look at. But the thing is, like, for the amount of videos I watch, that's about like tips on how to like build, either like creatively or logistically. Like, not a lot of them tell me shit that it's not like part of the stuff I have already. So it suggests like. Every time someone comes in the chat and I'm talking about Valheim or something like that, when I ask them if you don't, whether or not you fundamentally have everything you need by the time you finish the Stone Age, they're like, oh man, just, yeah, shingles and stuff, oh yeah, it's gonna be a huge difference. It makes no difference at all, who cares? It's like a slight visual change. I'm sure there'll be some new stuff, but it'll be like groundbreaking. One of the biggest things I notice of like in channels that have like a more boomerish demographic. That word is so funny, by the way. It's gone from like specifically one generation to like just anyone who's old. Statement. I find that really funny. But what was I talking about? Is that the older the clientele of the channel, the more there are like people in there, like almost inevitably dudes, who are like making like literal fucking puns and dad jokes. And it's like, it really happens to people, huh? Like it really gets to the point where this is the humor you think is so funny. The biggest thing I noticed with my friends as they get older, I'm sure I'm guilty of this as well, is like you really do lock into like the age where you like stuff, and then you just like, I'm not into new stuff anymore. Like I was always into like 90s SNL and whatever, Mike Myers or whatever, and Conan O'Brien. Like that's what I'm still into now. People kind of like lock into like not wanting to feel out of touch by not even trying to be. And things that I think are like common knowledge about like I'm dead. But like youth style or whatever. I don't know how I fell off there. I think he did one of those little stupid little fucking hops upwards at the same time I was turning downwards. Anyway, things that I think are like ubiquitous, obvious things about youth style. My friends would be like, I've never heard that before ever. What is that concept? Like Zoomer haircuts, or like some phrases that I think I'm like, I don't know, like I'm not like trying really hard to like look at like Zoomer shit, but like I'm still like aware of things in the world. But I think people are really just like locked into like their own little bubble. That's cool. It's just been interesting to notice the difference. All right, can we get this wall? Ooh, this is a rough day for death count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 10. Okay. So 12 is up. I have to deal with these. I have to deal with the stone floors that are out of the way at some point. It looks pretty bad to see the stone floor peeking out. It'd be funny if that killed me. I've had some pretty bad falling death in this game. That would have been one of the... Oh, my food buffs. So sad. Okay, so that one's at 12. We're all clear. I'm not sure what's going on here. Why would that do that? It looks so weird. Why would that be the case? Anyway, okay, got my castle walls up. That's exciting. So I think, to some degree, is this peeking inside? A little bit, but okay, this is the one. All right, this is the one where it's a little complicated what I do with the card. I can't make it over there until I change some stuff about the points. I also think that sometimes people like profess ignorance on things to like try to like attempt to like ridicule you for knowing something they don't, and it's better to like say, oh, I don't care about that, than to not know something. I really think that's the case sometimes. At least run upwards. Come on. Come on, big guy. Come on. Come on. I don't know if I can get up here. It's like when you're watching a movie and they're holding their breath. That's what it feels like when I'm climbing up a hill in this game with the cart behind me. Like I strain to the same degree. Tree's gotta go. Please don't fall into my base. Okay, what are the chances it falls in the base? I think 100%. Okay, it didn't make it didn't do any damage to it, but it was like perfectly, absolutely perfectly against the wind. Absolutely against the wind, perfectly 100% through the center of the thing, but I didn't want to do. It's everything you could hope for. I don't know where the other one went. So the other thing I was going to do is I was going to clear this, right? If the other thing's in the way, I'm going to repair this block that I hit with. Okay, so a little lazy, to be honest. I'm going to raise this bitch up. So this one's got to be 10. A little more careful. I like really zone out placing these rocks, man. It's like really satisfying. This is so perfect having the card up at this height. Ooh, raspberries. Good to see you, fellas. It's been a while. It's funny how like there's some angles that you barely see them. I think it's because I'm red-green colorblind, and the red-green is pretty hard to see for me. Like, I need the angle of the sun to be such that I see the dark outline of the berries more than like I actually see the red of the raspberries popping out from the. It's kind of hard to describe color blindness sometimes, because like the logic in my head of like these colors kind of look similar to me is just, as I understand it, a function of me having like worse rods and cones than the average person. I'm like, I don't know, this is purple, but like blue and purple, like, you know, they kind of look similar. You know what I mean? Oh, what the fuck are you talking about, idiot? Hard to explain. My best friend is always like, I really wonder what the world looks like to you. We also used to, like, when like relatively early South Park episodes, when they talk about like gingers don't have souls or whatever episode that was. It started to be like funny to like shit on gingers. He's like, it's pretty weird that you shit on gingers because you're like about a quarter of a ginger yourself. So what kind of self-loathing thing do you got going on? And it's true. I've like when my beard is like starting to be this color, it's like just as much red as it is brown. And okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3. And my shoulders are freckled. And like, despite getting a lot of color when I was in Panama, like for me, like someone, like my girlfriend is like Italian mostly, and she would get more color than me. If she had the life I lived, and like how much sun I got for that period, she would be darker than me in like fucking days, dude. And I've only really kept color on like the areas that got sun like every day. And like now, if I look at my forearms, etc., oh my god, I'm so pale. Right back to white. That's something kind of dispiriting about being someone who's like endomorphic or ectomorphic, whatever this like the I'm not really skewing the skin anymore, but I've been like I've worked out and eaten so much in the past 2 years that like I'm at the point where I'm pretty happy with my bulking, but like my body fat is like probably higher than I should let it be. These look fun. Like I would have abs if my body fat wasn't like such a high teen. But like all the time, like whenever in my past I would work out for a while or try to get sun for a summer, it was just like a little bit dispiriting how fast it goes away. And it kind of makes you wonder, like, why would I go through all this like somewhat damaging procedures for like such temporary results? But like to some degree that's right when it comes to the sun. Like you don't go all out in the summer without building up a solar callus, but at the same time it's like a testament to consistency that like when I did get regular sun and like be outside a lot more for like 8 months or so, everyone's like, you look so healthy, even people I barely knew. You know what I mean? So it's like a testament to the fact that like consistency is everything when it comes to like living well and doing the stuff that like only some people do. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Okay, this one's done. Okay, so that's all 4 of my towers done. This is a big moment. Now the question is whether I'm gonna make a tower in the middle. Oh yeah, now my thing to do is to bring the castle walls up to 4. Or maybe 5, let's see. Okay. So I don't know where I'll do that. I can't go this way because I won't be able to jump up. I'm gonna take it back down. It's crazy how rock is like everywhere, but you want to concentrate, like dicking around for like 4 to 8 stone per boulder, not worth your time and energy. Okay. Alright. I don't think I'm going to start with that wall, because it's the least necessary. And I'll leave that one lower, because that's until I make a gate. I hate doing it this way, because like, it's really hard to see flaw in here. This is going to take a lot of stone. This is going to take another stone trip to do. Oof. So how far is the reach of that next stone cut? I always forget this. I always get so fixated on the one that I get away from. I don't realize it's so close to the next one. I have them pretty well spaced out at this point. They're not spaced through the middle. Okay, I guess I'll put this one up to the next level up too. Okay, get in the range of the next one. Yeah. Oh my god. Come on. Come on. Oh. The tease. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. I think I can reach it from here, now I can't. Oh my god, that's so annoying. What the fuck? I'm in the water. Get me out of the water. Am I swimming or not? Tell. Look at me, fully stocked. Feels good, man. Alright, how am I gonna get this fucking boulder up? Pretty fancy footwork here. The fact that this doesn't work is crazy to me, but I think I can get it to work. Oh, this is so tantalizing. Come on. What if I go to that side? If I go here? Come on, this should work. Yeah, there we go. I don't know if I can make that jump. No, no. Okay. Oh, I'm in the water. This is where all the deaths come in, for sure. Is the fucking high up construction. It's the two in a row, without regen. That's the rough one. Leave my stuff out moldering in the fucking lawn. Alright. We got enough time to get all these ready to go. It's still cold. Like, why are you getting up so early, you weirdo? What is that? Are the wood things broke? Well, you want to play it, huh? Fuck is my body? I'll get out of here. Yeah, use your power. There you go. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3 tall. I want it to be a 4th tall. Oh, it's already almost there. Okay. I'm gonna do the outer wall first, all the way around. Because the inner wall will then be like... You gotta build the castle and stuff. You gotta build like the wall, the tops and everything. Okay, so... Take the rest of this, I can. Repair the cart, go repair the ship, go put that little piece of wood back on the bumper. What are you doing? You bust it up, is how you're doing. Where'd the beam go? To line this beam up? Okay. So I assume all this is fine. Heal my stuff up. Nothing really important on me. A couple of raspberries. Resin. Single resin. And a bunch of stone. Okay, so I'm going to try to do as much of this far wall as I can. I won't be able to do all of it. It's so cute having all like the little ladders here. Is peeking inside? There. Just fall off. Just walk off the fucking wall. I guess I am taking a precarious route. Where's the next one? Come on, come on. Did I slip that one last second? Yeah. This one needs the little guys. How many is that? That's 3? Kind of feels like it's technically 4, but these ones I have to do from up here. Oh, that was a dicey fucking. Well, how close until I'm out of stone? Not gonna make it all the way across. But respectable progress. I'm not gonna be able to reach this one. Look at this. What the fuck is this stone cutter at? It's because of the height. It's like a sphere around it. Okay, I'm out of stone again. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36 for the outer walls. So 4 up is obviously the same as that. Okay, so that's pretty cool. I like the numbers we're getting here. So 8 goes 8 of the 12 up. So that's 2/3. Just the amount of stone you need is so crazy. Back at square one. Excuse me. It's an unending fucking vacuum. How's this guy doing? Busted up. Like always. What's he even hitting on? I guess there's like ground below him. Yeah, I guess there's these tides here. What's that? Only ladder on one side in this archaic vessel. It's because I'm on this. Because I'm on this thing here. If I moved it closer, sorry. If I moved it further out. I'm gonna put it in the far corner. That way, it's close to a workbench. And I don't think there's any high ground over there. Well, there might very well be. 5 seconds until the other theme comes in. So I never took the speed up. Voila. I don't have enough stone. This is too close. I get all bashed up. Okay, I gotta fix this up at some point. That looks pretty fucked up. This is what I was losing my mind at the other day. Getting too late at night and little spazzy jumps are the worst thing to do late at night. I'm not gonna cut these up because these are part of the local landscape, you know what I mean? This is my conservation act, is not killing all of these boulders or messing with this area at all. It'd be nice if I can incorporate that oak tree. You transplant it. Alright. I'm going to first and foremost carve another line here. Starting here-ish, using the other one. Very lovely grass, but ain't gonna happen. What's going on here? Am I going all the way across? I'm also gonna have to dig it lower eventually too. Dig it low, dig it up slow. This has to be lower than the thing. This has to be lower than the wall, because this is eventually going to be, has to be like a moat. Classic 4-strike. This is good because the earth below the walls isn't getting affected. What you mean? Who sang that Dip It Low song? It wasn't Maya. It's crazy how you like the sliding scale of how low you're supposed to go. Like it's like, oh, this can't be low enough, but it's like I've been below the wall for so long now. I somehow like it's like how when you're driving on the highway and you're going really fast and you go to a residential neighborhood and you're like zooming. You're getting off the highway. I like that. They taught us about that in driver's school. Right? Two, 3, 4. Should have been 4, but I kind of was up on the height a bit. 2, 4. It's gotta be 5. It's like annoying. 2, 3, and 5. So messy. I should like aim lower or something? That sounds crazy. That seemed crazy effective, didn't it? Is where you aim like affecting it? Because this seems like it's chunking away so much more rock. It's getting higher again. Is it? No fucking idea what's happening. Alright, I'm doing the same technique. Especially the first one. It's like fucking dynamite. Boom. Next question is whether doing it this way is like not better. I don't know if it is. I feel like it's be harder to get the symmetry. Back up to 5. Alright, let's try one this way. That was a more effective 4, wasn't it? But look, the line's not as smooth. Fucker. Can't get the same clean line. Too low or something? This way cuts a cleaner line across. How much stone am I getting from this? Some. One piece. It's me off. Mostly good now. Alright. Here we go. Another interesting thing, it's been to a smaller extent than Dark Souls or Valheim, but there are really certain games, and Hitman's to some degree been kind of like this as well, with like, you have to be careful because people toe the line between like enthusiasm and love for the game and like backseating and spoiling shit a lot, but you can there's like something heartwarming about people who like the game you're playing a lot, who like come to a small channel to be like kind of coaching you along as you play it if you're playing it for the first time. Cool, man. I think people who are like really into a game and played it a ton or like totally obsessed with it will kind of like be really like vicariously enjoying what you're doing, like the first time they played. A lot of times people will be like, man, I wish I was playing this for the first time, or I wish I could play this for the first time again. It's a cool sentiment. I think it's like part of like the purpose of being a streamer to some degree. People being like, I can't play these things anymore, but I can have them on a second monitor while I work. I had a Choco Taco playing like PUBG duos on second monitor all the time. League not as much because League is like constant, monitoring to like see what's going on to some degree. Like it's kind of hard to like tune in and out of a League. It's easier with the pro scene, but like something like PUBG was great because like you do your work while they're running from location to location, and then when like a 2v2 skirmish starts, you just like watch for a minute or two till it's over. And smart players like don't just like run out and get popped and like things over in a second anyway. It's like a gradual. Watching good PUBG players is sick because it's like smokes and utility and like push them out of position until such a point that like, oh, they're for sure gonna lose. That's like Kind of like how high level laning is in League. It's not like just suddenly an all-in comes out of nowhere. It's like, oh, they knew step after step after step of how they're going to get to the point that got them to the point that they're at. That's the interesting thing about like high level anything. I think it's even like the same in like basketball and like defender versus like the guy going for the hoop, etc. Is like, it's all these like little moves that you've seen 1,000 times that you basically know how that'll play out. If you like do a pump fake here, if you like fake a pass, etc. Like that eventually will get you like that one undeniable advantage. And when you play the game for like 20,000 hours, that's when you realize. It's not going down anymore. That was even, I noticed that like in WoW back in the day. It's people being like, in this circumstance, I especially noticed it in League with like really good players, but I did notice that in WoW too. People being like, in this scenario, this should never beat this. Like reading like, there was even after I stopped playing WoW, there was a site that was like about arena stuff called World of Ming. That was like half like trash gossip and like trying to find horrible stories about people, like players with like a poop sock when they're staying at someone else's house, or like any girl gamers, like who, like all the men they're associated with, like all this like trash behavior to get clicks. But also a lot of it was like on like the kind of deep arena strategy and like rogue mage priest, etc., and like which things beat which things. And there's always blew my mind playing at like a 1800 level. Like I would just get my arena weapons. It would always blow my mind to have people be like, this combo will never beat this combo. Just by like, I played it a million times. It always goes this way at a high level. Blah, blah, blah. It's always not always true. Like, there's few groups that like make more like totalitarian statements than like obsessive fucking Asperger's ass gamers, but I don't know, it was still something that like, it was interesting to hear other people say who were like legit really good at what they did. Look how high this goes. At the very least, this gave me enough stone to finish the top of that eastern wall. Let me erase that blemish real quick. A little toothpaste on it. Apparently you're not supposed to do that. Put toothpaste on like acne. But I found that was always useful. Like whenever I would have like something that's like a whitehead or something, like a gross zit, if I'm putting toothpaste on it overnight, was pretty useful. Or like it somehow like basically like sucked all the moisture out of it. And like I felt like it really sped up the process of doing it. But now, like, I don't know, things I read would be way more obsessed with the fluoride in that toothpaste. It would be about, like, any sort of, like, efficacy of things. Get your retinol. I feel like the main hippy-dippy, like, the main sort of, like, esoteric hippie supplement that I don't have that I would consider getting, that probably is a pain in the ass, is Shilajit. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. S-H-I-L-A-J-I-T. It's like fucking primitive plant matter that grows between rocks and high altitude. It's like a complete mineral compound. And there's I have a lot of supplements like in my cupboard right now. Like I have vitamin E and like B complex. I have B1, B6, vitamin K2. All these things that I've essentially learned that like I mostly get through diet. But it's more and more like the weirdo ones or like the rarer ones, which are the ones that I like want in supplements. So for me, it's like COQ10, ubiquinol. I still think taking a B complex vitamin, it's like not a whole lot of downside to that. But like K2 is like eggs and milk and like things like that, I think. I forget what it is. Some people say ashwagandha, but I don't really think so. Even the people who do say it's good say don't take it for more than like 3 out of every 4 months or 2 out of every 3 months or something like that. But it seems like if you can take like ubiquinol, I have like ginkgo biloba and like maca root and like L-carnitine and shit like that to try sometimes. Like, those seem pretty cool. Again, if I would like, just from, I'm not saying I'm not terribly good at like knowing when I'm feeling better or worse because of a specific supplement. But I think if I just from like what I read, if I would cut things down to like a bare minimum, I would probably just say magnesium glycinate, magnesium chloride, ubiquinol, and like I don't know, I guess creatine. Even the ubiquinol, I'm not really sure. It's like an antioxidant, like has a lot of sort of like protective characteristics. Oh shit, piggy down here. Why do they never star piggies around? Bring it back. Where the fuck did that guy come? Did he fall down the hill? Put on my headlamp. Yeah, I think if you take magnesium glycinate before bed, magnesium chloride like in your morning water or something, let's say. Creatine on your gym days or essentially every day. I think I would stick to that. Other things as well seem like I could take them more regularly. I have a lot of like, I think just the actual like vitamins, I think you should try to get from eating well, not from supplement. My 2 cents. Yeah. I'll figure that out on the next pass. I'm gonna go put the topper on that wall for now. I'd actually be raising this one next, so yeah. Seem to matter. It's gonna be taller than that. How much did I get there? That's actually pretty good. I got 97 rock from that, I think. Oh. If I die in a humiliating way. It's 10:30. I can probably squeeze out one more day of this. I don't have enough. I'm not going to do another stone farm. What I will do is finish up that wall over there. And then we got to get that back wall to be at least 4 high. Though that back wall probably might want to be higher. So I'll keep it at 4. Like the other one. My health's still at 5. What the fuck? Cook myself up with bear meat. Boar meat. Another one while we're at it. That herb rack is so funny. Deer ribs? Look delicious. Give me that. Come on, hurry up. Heal up. But he doesn't heal overnight. That'd be a nice benefit in this game. It wouldn't be a surprising one either. made a mistake. It's just like sometimes you can jump up and sometimes you can't, I feel. I can't really say I really understand when you can. Really bright with both those fires going. What's the damage on this? Nice. Okay, seems to work for it. Okay, I should be able to do it from here, so I don't have to climb up in it. Wait, how many tall is this? 1, 2. Stonecutter issues? Yeah. Last one's good. I'm gonna break down this far one. Are you enjoying my little roost I made for you there, Mr. Eagle? I called him an eagle because I don't know if it's an eagle or a gull. Alright, how much do I have left? I have 61 left. I'm going to fill the little patches in. Alright. We can fix the little edge parts over there. 45 stone is like not even a fucking drop in the ocean for dealing with all this. Do I just start doing this wall? I don't see the point at all. What does one do with 48 stone? This. So crazy. I can't believe it can't go lower. Means that there'll never be a mode in here. There's more tinkering to be done. V8 left. Okay. Gotta keep the stone and make some sort of symbolic 5-wall gesture. Maybe if I move the stone cutter back over, I can do some of those pieces from the carve. Not going all the way in bothers me a little bit, but life goes on. Dear. Oh, there we go. Hopefully we can do this in the boat. Hard. Impossible. It's kind of fun. It's like precision fucking professional work. Okay. Move this a little bit. I think I have to back up to get this to move. Going the wrong way. Back up a little bit, turn it forward, and see if we can get a little progress here. Back up the sail a little bit. And the stone fall in the water. Got a little more to do here. Stone's gone. Alright, I'm gonna recover a little stone from the shore somewhere. Break my own rule. See if I can get the end, do a little trim work around the outside there. There's that last bit of stone from the previous boulders that I'll never catch again. Hey, fishy. A little distance here. Necks are mad. They still rule this roost. Fuckers like me now, huh? I get inventory space. See, these raspberries I can see. It's a fat amount of contrast. Let's get into the Black Forest area, then I can carve out some rocks. Field free. Pick them up off the ground like a poor person. Nice. How weak am I? I can't even one-shot this thing. I'm gonna take a second to scout out a couple of boulders this way, because I'm sure I'll need them first thing tomorrow. Beaten to death. They like me now. It's a nice vantage point here. Remnants of one. One here in front of me. Thistles? Hit by a rock? Mayday? Found some stonies. Another one. Sure, in this like hilly area, there's no shortage of fat boulders. Okay. One here. Okay. Hey fellas, we don't have to get like all. Ooh, blueberries. Really? That's what we're doing. More. The boulder here. Alright. Simmer down. Is there really a copper up here? There is, okay, cool. Blueberries. What's blocking me this time? What happened there? Jesus. There's siege out here. Rock here. Right, okay. Oh my god, these guys are like... Oh my god. Right. Huge copper deposit. I think I've learned my lesson. This last bit of ether to scurry my way home. Defeated. And in pain. Ow! Ow! This guy's gonna kill me. I'm gonna get killed by graylings pelting me with rocks. I'm out of here. I got boulders. I got a map littered with boulders. We're doing great. All it took me was my entire health bar and a suitable chunk of my pride. Later. How many is it? Just one. Ooh. That guy ate it. This guy's got the good rocks. Oh, ah! 190 to the dome. Do I want any of this stuff more than what I have? Not particularly. Let's fill the inventory with stones from this annoying area. I think I might have just been fed up with this area before, because this is pretty manageable. The tide comes in. Oh yeah, it's gonna use low tide love. Alright. To be fair, I need stone more than anything. I can cook a sausage and get a stone stack. Actually, I can't even. I barely can get any. Right? Get one more. 450 on the nose. Drop anything for the wood and gray dwarf eyes? The resin? Cool. See you guys later. Alright, that's enough for me. I'm gonna go home and put all these things in their requisite boxes. Should get me to evening time, I think. I'm down to probably like less than 200 wood too. Never ends. It just never ends. And neither will these Valheim chapters. I think I'll be uploading these until April. But I'm almost on Octopath. I think I'm in my last 3 or 4 of Octopath, which is like 36 chapters, totaling like 75 hours. That ain't no joke. And Valheim should be already more than that time, but in bigger chunks. Octopath I would almost never play more than 2 hours, but these are pretty regularly 3-hour ones. But now that I've been streaming at 720 instead of 1080, it takes a lot less time to upload the video. Which I think is a little like ridiculous. I should at least be, I don't know. I think I was getting hired not to drop frames before, etc. I only have a 2060. It's a graphically intensive game. Plus recording and streaming. I think it's a bit much performance-wise. The thing about bitrate, even like there's even like some games that are like pretty low. Oh my god. Fuck you, Valheim, thank you. There's some games with like pretty low tech requirements for like slowing down and getting choppy. Even like late game Vampire Survivors. Sad. Raspberries. Tails. Blueberries. Thistle. Okay. 105 stone, and the opportunity to have a lot more from those parts that not gonna work. Can't pick this up. Should be able to. Much. The fundamentally flawed dock if I can't get up there. Look. Can I get up in the nose? There we go. Just stock in here. All my farming stuff is ready. Nice. What I should do is put these along the back wall. But what I will do is I'll get the cart. Leave is open. There it is. Alright, we'll run this over to here, and then the first thing first is I go back to the woods to the east. Get another fat load of stone in order for me to finish the southern wall, the biggest, most important wall. Have my stuff already? Do I want to upgrade my pickaxe? Do I want to upgrade my bow? Require. Feathers, deer hide, fine wood, iron. Feathers. Deer hide. Low on iron already. Upgrade. Huntsman bow. Huntsman. Upgrade. Huntsman bow. Lovely. Good job, everybody. We used all our iron. Okay, I'm really low on deer hides, actually. That probably be fine. Really low on feathers, too. Interesting. Okay, so all those deer that are running around looking scared are gonna have to find their way under my knife. Alright, wonderful. But I got a full set, and all the iron I have from now on, I suppose that means all the iron... Who's in here causing shit? You can hear them. Who's out here causing shit, huh? Who's the wise guy? I'm trying to sleep. Oh. Whatever you're doing, I don't want to know about it till tomorrow. You dream of a river running uphill, of green shoots turning downward into the earth. You live in the upside down realm. This is the way it's going to be, dude. It's just the way it's going to be. Okay, so I got all 4 of my towers done and most of my castle walls done. So this will be a day where I farm stone and finish the castle walls, then do the inner castle walls and do the roof across and do the walkway across the top. And then I do the crenellations, the 1x1 crenellations across the top of all 4 of the towers. And build wooden staircases all the way up. And build wooden staircases all the way up for the 4 towers. In some order, those are the things to do. And then, maybe then, I can start working on them. Maybe then. Okay. Good night.